Good morning and kamusta YouTube bikers. So tonight I just want to upload or share something about chain rings. We have a racework narrow wide dual BCD. It's a 96 and 104 BCD cross type. For this one is for older models. You cannot use this on M7000 or M8000 models. So it has like 8 holes. And the other one, I have here the Shimano stock chain rings. This is from an MT300. So this is a 40T megalite. This is the biggest chain ring, megalite. So I just want to compare or show you the difference between a Hyperglide Shimano and your regular 34T round narrow wide chain ring. First I thought that this one was like a hoax, or it was like a marketing propaganda or strategy to boost sales, but indeed this kind of chain ring works. The chain won't easily fall off, especially if you're on trails or you're riding rough roads, and that is because of the design or the profile. And the reason why it's called narrow wide, because of the design on the teeth. This one is narrow, it's like thin, and this one is wide, right? So payat, mataba, narrow, wide. While on the Hyperglide, they're all narrow and skinny. Chain will definitely slide or fall off if you're going to use this for 1x setup. So normally they use 30T, the mid ring, for a 1x setup. Budget setup, that's what they call it. So let's try put on a chain and see how much slack or space we have on the chain ring. Okay, I think this is a 10-speed chain. There you go. As you can see, there's a lot of room, right? So if you're on rough road or trails and you don't have a chain guide at the front, definitely the chain will fall off. I've tried that before and it really didn't work, so that's why I switched to a narrow wide chain ring like this one. But I'm using the E13 and I'm about to dispose that because it has been like 5 years. So take a look at the narrow wide. You don't really need a chain guide, but if you're on downhill or jumps, you may need a chain guide. But for normal trails, medium to light to medium trails, you can use this one without a chain guide. So it's quite I mean, there's not much space in here. It's really, I can feel the difference. It's kind of tight. See? It's kind of tight. But on the Hyperglide, you can easily remove it and install it back. Alright. There's so much slack in here. The chain moves around like there's no tomorrow. So if you're planning to do 1x, you need narrow wide chain rings. Any brand will do. Dual BCD to avoid confusion with the sizes of the cranks, right? Plus, you don't need to buy special bolts because this one is A-OK. It's kind of thick, and you can use your stock bolts if you're in a Diore, SLX or XT. But for MT300 and Alivio, you may need to modify or buy new set of bolts if you're going to do 1x. So there you go. But if you want to use this on a 1x setup, you can use an FD as a chain guide, but just remove the cable. Leave the FD as the chain guide. Okie doke, so that's all I can share about narrow wide versus hyperglide Shimano. Thanks and see you next time.